All right, Kevin Culp from Supermicro back at you, continuing our podcast on instantiation of a SuperCloud developer console instance. So we are continuing with our pre-flight of installing an Ubuntu operating system on a 2204 VM, and so we're continuing with the installation. So first thing is here is we can go into what we call uh, compress mode if we wanted to change the screen outlook, but let's stay in expand mode and continue on here and actually see here by clicking on this option. We can continue through the install process. So of course I'm having some challenges here with my mouse finding it, but anyways, let's continue. Okay, so if we scroll up here, okay, so proxy, we can take the default here, continue on. Uh, Little slow here in responding, but we will continue on, continue with updating. And then we're going to look at our local disk here. So we're going to hit the tab key and we can scroll to each one of these items. We're going to say not the LVM group. We'll just take the entire disk there and tab down to done, hit return. And let's see what else it's asking us here. Okay, that looks good. So we'll hit done. Of course, we want to continue. So that's that 600 gig of space we carved out for this VM. And now we're going to plug in our information. Culp. Our server name here is going to be dev console dash North America. And then we're going to choose our username of Culp K and our password. And tab over again. 6. Okay, so we're confirmed our password information. We're going to now continue on. Make sure I have my tab set here properly. And hit done. Lost my mouse again. Again, it can be tricky here, scrolling back and forth, and sometimes with a frustration point here, finding out where your mouse is, right? With this. Okay. And let's see what else it's asking us. Yes, we're going to install the OpenSSH. Tab down again. Scroll down. And away we go. And so it's ready to be rebooted. And so let's wait till this reboots here. So we're pretty much finished the install here. We can hit enter here. That will unattach our CD-ROM, and away we go. It's booting into the operating system. So it's going to be delayed here for a couple of minutes because, again, we don't have the network attached here just yet or given it an IP address. So when you're choosing the IP address, make sure you go to your network administrator or you have a pre-IP address allocation assignment. What you don't want to do is have duplicate IP addresses that you're utilizing because that is a bear to try to troubleshoot. So I think we've all been there. And so importantly is having that unique IP address so that you're not challenged in having multiple IP addresses floating on your network and trying to troubleshoot what's going on. Like, for example, you have an IP address you signed to a BMC, and all of a sudden it chooses to connect to that BMC, and you think it's the inbound IP address you gave to your developer console, and then you SSH over to it through PuTTY, and what happens is the password's not working. And you're like saying to yourself, well, gee, I think that's the right password, but it kind of dupes you into thinking you're going to the VM or the SuperCloud developer console. In essence, you're going to the BMC with the wrong credentials. So we'll let this continue on here, and then we'll come back and set an IP address, get connected, and then upgrade this VM to the latest kernel build. Thanks for joining this session. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.